Good morning, I'm Chitrrakar and these are the headlines of the hour. The results of secondary education examination SEE has been published. Only 47.63% passed the examination, 186 score for GPA. Central Investigation Bureau's probe shows transactions exceeding 100 billion rupees through online payment gateways in the gold smuggling case. Bolivian armed forces take over the capital's central square. An armored vehicle rammed through the entrance to the presidential palace, igniting fears of a military coup. And South Africa thrashes Afghanistan by 9 wickets to reach their first men's T20 World Cup final to play India or England in Saturday's final. The results of secondary education examination SEE has been published. Out of the 464,785 students who had appeared this year's SEE, only 47.63% has passed the examination. The National Examination Board has said that 242,092 students are now eligible to advance to grade 11. Likewise, 186 students have achieved 4 GPA. About 52.14% of the examinees who have been classified as non-graded must take grade increment examination. The results of 221 students, meanwhile, have been cancelled. The SEE results has been published this year based on the provisions of the Letter Grading Directive 2078. Central Investigation Bureau's probe has shown transactions exceeding 100 billion rupees through online payment gateways in the gold smuggling case. Meanwhile, the investigation into the 60-kilogram gold confiscated from the Tribhuvan International Airport last year is still underway. CIB's probe has shown that online payment gateways, PayWell and Sojilo Pay were involved in the payments related to gold smuggling in Nepal. Despite identification of smuggling of 390 kg of gold from Nepal in the first phase, details of transactions were not identified. However, the second phase of investigation by the CIB has found the involvement of use of online payment gateways. A total of 20 individuals alleged of involvement in the crime are being held by CIB in the second phase of investigations. Of them, 6 individuals are operators of online payment companies, PayWell and Sojilo Pay. According to the CIB, unnatural transactions were carried out by those allegedly involved in smuggling. Operators including Bhimprasad Timalsina and Suraj Shamsher JB Rana of PayWell have been arrested. Until a year ago, the annual transactions through PayWell figured at around 11 billion rupees. However, the amount has increased 8-fold since 25th April 2023. Transactions of 86,170 million rupees have been carried out from PayWell in the past 1 year, which the CIB has found suspicious. Transactions of Sojilo Pay from 16th May 2021 figure 36 billion rupees. Prior to that, the transactions were limited to 1.5 billion rupees. The CIB has claimed that both companies were involved in transactions of a total of 122,710 million rupees. Investigations have shown that payment for gold smuggled into Nepal have been made in cryptocurrencies from Australia and Korea. The two companies have opened accounts at 21 banks. Even the banks are suspected of hiding information related to suspicious transactions of online payment gateways. With the second phase of investigation into the gold smuggling case nearing its conclusion, the CIB has made preparations to submit its report. According to the CIB, 3,194 kilograms of gold had been smuggled into Nepal through brake shoes and other goods in the period of 5 years. Despite the involvement of 72 individuals in the case, only 49 have been arrested so far. On the day of his appointment, former Minister for Health and Population Upendra Yadav had claimed of erasing irregularities in the health sector. Current Minister for Health and Population Pradeep Yadav had also claimed of improving services of hospitals and addressing the issue of shortage of human resources. Having been appointed the minister on 13th May, Minister Yadav in his 40 days at office has not prioritized his assurances and instead has been busy like former ministers in visits and transfer of officials. The only Chitrrakar Tropical and Infectious Disease Hospital had called for a tender for installation of waste management system on 5th March. Following criticism of the call for tender at a high price, it was scrapped on 27th March. Nidhi Basola was the director of the hospital back then. The hospital called for another tender on 23rd of April, which is still in progress. However, on the 11th day of his appointment, Health Minister Pradeep Yadav transferred Director Basola through a cabinet decision to Kanti Children's Hospital and replaced him with Roshan Nupani, who was also transferred in 3 weeks, and Basola was recalled with authority related to finances and administration. The transfers during an ongoing tender process have raised suspicions regarding irregularities. Another decision of Minister Yadav was to conduct organization and management survey at 16 large hospitals with the objective of decreasing, in fact, addressing challenges related to service delivery from existing human resource. However, such surveys were already held in Rapti, Bheri and Dadaldhura among 6 hospitals 2 years ago, and additional procedures are underway. The files of 2 surveys conducted by the Health Ministry are now stuck at the Ministry of Finance and the Ministry of Federal Affairs. Time now for our segment, Public Pulse, where you text us with your opinion.
Public Pulse.
Here's the question. What do you term the statement of the minister regarding moving the CIAA for irregularities in the health sector? Your options are A, erase irregularities, B, take actions, and C, do not engage in popularity stunt. Voting is on. Type NEWS, select your option, A, B or C, and send it to 34001 to share your opinion with us. In our Public Voice segment, we had asked in all 7 provinces what should be done to protect themselves from floods and landslides. Let's take a look at what they had to say.
जहाँ चाहिँ अब पहिरो जाने सम्भावना छ भने त्यसको मुनिहरू घर नबनाउने
खोला नदी कटानहरूलाई चाहिँ जाली लगाएर त्यसको व्यवस्थित गर्न जरुरी छ। भूक्षय भएको ठाउँमा घरहरू बनाउनु भएन।
खोलाको चाहिँ आडमा बस्दाखेरि हैन हामी चाहिँ अलि सजग भएर बस्नु पर्यो।
जनप्रतिनिधिहरूले यहाँ यस्तो खालका चाहिँ खतराहरू चाहिँ नि छ, त्यसकारणले यहाँ तपाईहरु चाहिँ नबस्नुस् भनेर भन्न पर्यो।
राज्य संयन्त्रले चाहिँ त्यस्ता घटना घट्ने ठाउँहरूलाई अलिकति खुल्ला ठाउँहरू मैदानहरू खोज्ने, त्यस्ता भवनहरू निर्माण गर्ने,
भएका बिरुवालाई नकाट्ने, यति काटिहाल्ने नि बिरुवा ठाउँमा फेरि बिरुवा रोप्ने।
खोला नालाको छेउमा बाँस बिरुवा रोप्नु पर्यो।
पौडी खेल्न जाने, गर्मी भयो भनेर खोलामा जाने त्यस्तो गर्नु हुँदैन, किनभने बाढी पहिरो भनेको त एउटा प्राकृतिक प्रकोप हो, जतिखेर पनि आउन सक्छ।
Time now for international update. Bolivian armed forces took over the capital's central square yesterday, and an armored vehicle rammed through the entrance to the presidential palace, followed by soldiers, igniting fears of a military coup. A video shows an armored vehicle pushing into the presidential palace, which sits on the square, and heavily armed soldiers rushing in. Bolivian armed forces pulled back from the presidential palace in La Paz yesterday, and a general was arrested after President Luis Arce slammed a coup attempt against the government and called for international support. Earlier in the day, military units led by General Juan Jos Zuniga, recently stripped off his military command, had gathered in the central plaza, Morelos Square, home to the presidential palace and Congress. Tensions have been building in Bolivia ahead of general elections in 2025, with leftist ex-president Evo Morales planning to run against former ally Arce, creating a major rift in the ruling Socialist Party and wider political uncertainty. Many do not want a return of Morales, who governed from 2006 to 2019 when he was ousted amid widespread protest and replaced by an interim conservative government. Arce then won election in 2020. That's all for the moment. Thank you for watching. Bye for now.